Okay, Google, turn on blue lights. What's up, you? Like, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Crazy Banana out here. I got my native gamer tags these things. Crazy Banana is the one. In this video, we're gonna play some the Matrix, trying to figure out why this game hasn't been released yet, and it's frustrating a little bit, but we're working on it. We're just gonna figure out what's going on, why there's open places, why there's things like this that they just allow us to go into. Because maybe the situation is that it's just not complete. You know, they need a little bit of help working on it. And I think if anybody decided to just assist the production by going, hey, you got a few glitches here, but the map is perfect. I mean, if they know exactly what to do, the team, you know, maybe a group of researchers came ahead and decided to work on it. Maybe something could happen. You never know, you know. So we work on it, right? We figure it out. We get it done. It's not the fact that the it was open that I got in here necessarily. It's a bit more about what's in here. Right? It's not that it was open, it's open kind of for a reason. In a way, it could be, you know? It's not like the designer doesn't know it's there. So it's there and it's allowed to be a part of the demo. Seems like a Matrix-y kind of thing. No, but I'm just trying to look for any areas that maybe I'll fall through the ground. Because if this is supposed to be a foundation where you can safely walk upon any surface and not fall to the ground, falling through the ground would suggest that this needs more work. So, sprinting through each and every square box of this entire area, even if it comes off a little mazy, looks like a little maze area, it's okay, because getting every square inch will provide guaranteed structure for the bottom, and without worrying about falling through. So the whole foundation on this could be used as accessible area to travel when entering into this building. And if this is, you know, mapped out to perfection, there's a possibility that if this is mapped out to perfection, there is a possibility I'm sorry, I'm losing train of thought. I get so sucked in. This Matrix game is beautiful. I get so sucked in. It's just the colors, the light, the contrast. It's perfect. It's just one thing that's really interesting right now is that the color of the screen in the room, it looks kind of tinted blue. I mean, not tinted blue, tinted green, right? But my room lights are blue. So when I view the game with my blue room lights, I see the room equal without the green tint. The green tint ceases to exist when I view the room, and and when I view this room that we're both perceiving through through green light, we're perceiving it through an additional green light filter. But my room is blue, and it causes equal, kind of like an equilibrium, so that when I play this game, it kind of just looks like an intense GTA, right? Like it looks like a GTA on steroids. Oh, look at this. This is like little interesting things. And I'm not going to lie, I appreciate this just being here. Because look at what I'm doing. I'm just trying to figure out if there's any potholes in the floor, any little areas that I might collapse through, any little weird areas that I might go through the map for, like, you know, it's a weird reason. Like maybe I'm going through here and there's a little hole in the mirror. And it's like, I got into an area that I shouldn't have got into, and now I'm stuck. The only way to get out of it now is to like reset the game, or, you know, back out of a menu and do some crazy stuff. You want to avoid all that. You want to make it as player friendly as possible. So you want to guarantee that players aren't going to get stuck in areas where they have to do things like turn off their system. You know what I'm saying? That's an over exaggeration, but I mean, you know, thinking about this, you know, being a part of something like the metaverse, you know, and something that humans could do some conscious uploading or, you know, intense VR gaming on, then yeah, no, you do not want to end up in a virtual world, you know what I'm saying, that you've been in for, you know, 400 years, real time, and now you're stuck in an area where you have to reset your character for the first time. You know what I'm saying? And maybe it's just gonna cause you to lose something, and if not lose something, just lose that I never reset my character. I never had to reset my character mindset. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you just never have to go through that process. Your existence feels as real as possible without, you know, so much intense transferring or unrealistic activity going on, like having to, you know, do something with your processor that makes the world seem unreal to you, right? Like that's the whole point of designing this matrix. So, so testing the world for stuff like this is very important. I wish I could go up there. I can't go up there, but I appreciate seeing the reflection. You see, that kind of looks mistake-ish, right? You see that, yeah, it's like 3 floating dots right there. That angle for the shadow, that's describing this, right? So it shows the 3 dots as whatever's on top of the roof is showing through here. That's just telling me that there's some reflection errors in the game, because I know that this is here to say, hey, it is a reflection error, and let me tell you why reflection error is important. Reflection error is important because we perceive the organic natural world that we exist in currently through reflective light, right? So if you have an item like roofing blocking off light, I doubt that even obsidian on top of diamond on top of copper on top of steel on top of gold on top of water is going to cause any effect on this lighting angle, right? So this having a lighting issue is causing a lighting issue for this wall, and this wall is now getting affected by that lighting issue, which is causing a lighting issue for the floor, which is causing a lighting issue for the mirror, which is intensifying the light, which is causing a lighting issue for this room, which is at this point just it's just not it's not working on making the game as realistic as it could be, you know. And it's especially because it's sloppy blobs. If it was more squared, then it could be harder to perceive as anything that even had a problem in the first place. But because I could tell what that is, and it doesn't make sense why I can see it, other than going, hey dude, relax, it's just a video game, and we're still working on it, like calm down. Yo, I just realized I'm streaming, I'm beasting, I'm like tweaking about it. Yo, oh my god, I'm talking to myself at this point, because I'm not even sure that, anyway, I was literally just ranting to myself, but, damn, I forgot what I was doing, man, I lost track. This game is beautiful, though. I love playing it. I've been playing it for like 3 days straight, maybe 4 days straight. I would say 5 days is exaggerating, but it would be exaggerating to try to exaggerating to make myself seem less addicted to this video game than I really am. But it's an amazing video game, and I love it. Oh, look at this! This looks like it could be a beautiful entrance to the room, and it seems to be the only thing that's straight inwards. So, but it's not letting you in now, and they're already blocked off as you can't enter it. So unless they cut out that block off, unless they just remove the block off, they can't cut out the whole area. They would have to literally probably remove these things themselves and replace them with something else that's more panned and swung open. I don't know how hard it would be to find this in the system, but if they could detect where all of its properties are, they could remove it, turn this into swinging doors, and it'll be a good place to just be able to come in here, swing open some doors, enter a nice area. I would say that rooms like this need to be a little bit more in the higher buildings instead of the small rooms, especially if the windows are available for the situation. These should be them. These should be them. These should be there. Yeah. And another thing is that the shaders should definitely be behind texture, so that but still connected, but behind texture, so that sorry. Anyway, so shaders should be behind textures so that when we observe them while we're walking by, we really do, feel like we could go up in there, like the only thing that's holding us back is whatever glass and screen is in the way. It's really it's really good to convince the players that there's somewhere else, you know what I'm saying, in another real world, because this is a real world, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand it's not organic or naturally materialistic, but it exists, right? And everything that exists is, you could consider it real. So it exists. This place, this environment And you know that if you put on a VR headset right now and got in here, you're not going to be like, oh, I'm in some fake little weird thing. You're going to be like, yo, this is insane. You're probably, if you take it off, it's not going to be because it was not real enough. You know what I'm saying? Like that, you know, and what? You're a first person. Can you imagine? Look, you're a first person realistic altitude for, you know, standing or looking at stuff. And you're going to tell me right now that you're, if this is your image right here, this is your image, and you're just walking around this map observing realism to this intensity right here, this intensity. You go, you know, you're walking around as fast as you want, and you know, you're picking your own pace. If you want to run, you run. You know what I'm saying? If you want to sprint, you sprint. You know what I'm saying? If you want to sprint faster, you sprint faster. You know what I'm saying? You do unbelievable things in a world like the Matrix to test the capabilities of what the mind could unravel about, whether it's itself or the universe or maybe some beautiful you know, some beautiful situation you'd like to be involved in, you know, whatever the case is, you know what I'm saying? This is a a perfect place to start building these Lego blocks for just, I mean, self-preservation. That's all it's about. Self-preservation, nothing else. It's not combating with any sense of, I'm gonna say, immoral or doing something wrong. It's okay to take care of things you enjoy and things you want to last. It's okay to take care of things you want to last, right? If you are a person who would love to make love last, right? Well, then be loving, and you probably are. You know what I'm saying? If you're a person who likes to make time last, then be aware, be cautious. You know what I'm saying? Try to notice. You know what I'm saying? If you want your time to last, you got to pay attention to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we have in 1 hour we have 3,600 seconds in an hour. You know what I'm saying? A minute is 60 seconds. You know what I'm saying? A day is, I'm not even sure. You know, but this is it's something to think about. You know what I'm saying? And to think about time in that way. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you gradually increase, which is what everybody does, because multiplication is just the fundamental go-to for mathematics when it comes to understanding. But there's just some things that you can't multiply to get the answer to, and I think we all know that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, mathematics has to be used cautiously. You know, and you can't just use any formula for any situation. You know what I'm saying? The same way you can't use any algorithm for any situation or any you can't take the easy way out to do something for something you care about. If it's important to you, you do what you can to preserve it and enjoy it, you know? So how to preserve your sanity when you're locked in a box that you don't know how to get out of, and you're starting to get a little bit of anxiety and claustrophobia about a video game? I don't know. you just talk about it until you try to feel a little better. But this is really cool, though. I'm not gonna lie. I just noticed this as well. This side you can see through it, and it's not there. This game is on some Harry Potter shit. This is a Harry Potter ass shit, yo. No, but this is amazing. And I'm glad I ran into this again. I'd love to give credit to All Hell Boogie, my brother, for you know, showing me about this game and teaching me about its existence and all that. That's cool, man. I'm glad I came in here and started noticing these things. It was like a hey, notice me kind of situation. Wonder what's here to notice. I'm starting to think that there really is no mistakes in this game, and everything is actually just designed so that you can notice interesting things. Other than that over there, I do think that was a mistake to have that show like that through there. I mean, I appreciate the knowledge that you would be able to see that there's something up there if the desire was wanted. But the situation is that if indeed you wanted to show off that there was glitches, you could have just made an area like this that literally showed off all the glitches inside of the system, or things that you could do inside of the system as like the demo for the Matrix, which would have been mentally insane. But that would be a good beta tester to show other people. So you make a funnel room just about this size, probably exactly this size room, and you show off as much of the most interesting mentally glitchy things that you can do. And in order to beat the demo, right, you would have to do it all. So you do it all, and you get down, right? And maybe you start up here, right? Maybe you start up here in this corner, and you work your way around an entire maze of glitches. Literally maze of, get through this glitch, and you make them as awkward as traveling around areas that are like this, and they ask you to go this way and then turn this way and then turn back this way, and then they see this, right, and they try to go through it and they can't, right, but they still see how the world was so abnormal. The world was just very abnormal. But you could use one funhouse, right? Now, the situation is this. This is the situation. In a situation where we're just perceiving shaders instead of actual places that you could go into, the idea would be to make it seem like you did, right? So you go through here and you end up on that other side, right? And that's the idea, to say, hey, it worked, right? Perfect solution. Swinging doors that work a lot like real life doors, right? So the idea is that you would go on this side, you could open up the door and go through the door, right? The door will stay open. It'll probably sense you go through it. The second you go through it, you might close it behind you immediately, but loosely. Immediately, loosely, and it could be like a swing. After it closes, it could do a swinging animation to confuse the player, right? But right here, there was always a door, right there, and it was perfectly blended in with this shader, right? Now, how do you blend in a door with this shader without making it obvious? You make the demo single player. Straight up, you make the demo single player. If people bring this into yeah, you make the demo single player anyway. But that might be a little too complicated. I'm not too sure how. You know what? That's it. Let me see. Let me really analyze the possibilities of what I'm imagining. The bluer you get your room, the better. Alright, so primitive is this replacing pattern. Primitive pattern. Literally pattern. Okay. Or pattern combination. Or surface. I think that's literally surface. So this will be the best way for me to figure out actually how to get out of this room instead of staying stuck in here. Alright, so this is the best tool to use to figure out, yes, exactly as I imagined. But it's not there for me anymore, even though I believe that's the way I got in. Could be on the other side. Through something interesting. Alright. I'm pretty sure this is exactly how I'm gonna figure this out. But if this was a glitch, that would also be very interesting. Because that would mean I kind of am finding some glitches. Oh yeah, I realized I could have just did that. I think I came in here on foot. I gotta leave. Yup. You go in foot, you gotta leave in foot. Okay. So that's how you get into these areas right here. And I think each one of them is gonna have their own little thing to them. So let me just go into this area and check out the map and find these areas. These are pretty cool. Yeah, this is good. That's definitely gonna be something. That definitely could be something beautiful. If you guys want to see it in the other ones, I'll show you. Instance, da 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 da. Yeah, they put a lot of attention on this one. And I mean, you could tell that they put a lot of attention when you change it to this and this. You could see the attention that they put on here. And then yeah, that could be something sweet. To be honest with you, that's so sweet. I deduce that there is some entrance to this building here too. And there literally might be an entrance to everything. But I'm glad I figured out the method. My eyes, that hurt. Okay. And y'all gonna see how, oh, how? What? Why is that? Anyway. Call out my name, call out my name. And if you can't do, I want you to. Man, I really still like really wish I knew what that was right there hitting that button, but I don't. All right, so it says, so right here it says stop, right? And if you stand that stop sign up and put it exactly right here, facing this way, right? It's gonna say stop, stopping those cars from going this way, right? But this is saying dead zone caution. So there's road closed over there, and over here it's digging caution. So road closed, let's see. Road closed. I gotta see this. I would like to see this while processing a bit of traffic. Road closed. Yeah, this whole road does not seem closed. That whole road was not closed. So there's no Easter egg behind that. I'm still trying to test as well where the game is already at the moment and its current development. The analyzing the data that the game already has, the knowing what's already been processed, what data has been processed already. Ooh, nice. I love finding little areas like this. Oh, sweet. complete. I don't know why I love to reward myself when I find little areas like this by doing that and maybe taking a screenshot. Okay, sentience, NPCs, architect. Temperature has just dropped. This is what time means to me. We're in a different season now. So for the last 3 months, I have been living in summer. Now, the time of year has changed, and I get to wear different clothes because it's a different time of the year. Now, everybody wears different clothes during different times of the year, no matter where they are. Chicago and New York get real cold in the winter. Not sure too much about San Francisco, because I don't know too much about San Francisco. Other than the fact that there's gays and gay means happy, so that's where gays come from. Something something that I would say about the weather is that, see, this weather right here, it seems to be currently, at least where I'm at in the map right now, and in my perspective, if my reality were to look like this, I would imagine I'm going to tell you exactly how many degrees I'll imagine I'm facing. So currently right now, it's 47 degrees. It's been pretty hot all summer, but lately it's been getting cooler and cooler. The coolest has been all summer, for me at least, that I've been aware of. It's 47 degrees. I have a long sleeve. It's relatively cotton, but it's a long sleeve shirt. It's a Tommy Hilfiger extra large, because I'm an extra large, I'm a big man. And it's made in India, and fabric in India, Echo and India. So this is it's an Indian shirt. It's made in India. It's actually really nice fabric. It feels really good on my skin. It feels like the type of thing that you would want your bed sheets made out of if you didn't want. If you wanted to get something cheaper than silk, this is what you would want your bed sheets to be made out of. And it's really nice, and it has a nice Tommy Hilfiger design on it down the going down the arms, and then I have some jammies on, some underwear, some socks, and some slippers. And if I were to go outside right now, it would be pretty cold. But now that I got into my room, the system, you actually, the architect, the AI, the system, the PlayStation, uh, the play, um, all allow me to stay warm in my room, even without heater on, because my PlayStation is providing me with enough warmth energy to enjoy my time in this space. I found this already. It's cool how to think about how I breathe in universe. It's like I absorb universe and then I exhale it. I inhale it, I exhale it until I gain consciousness. And then after I gain consciousness, I can express my consciousness back into existence in real time. And then I take more universe. Whatever universe I could absorb. Whether that's the air that I'm breathing, the food that I intake into my body, or the muscle that I build. It felt so good going outside right now at 47 degrees, even with a long sleeve shirt. Mainly because it was only for a brief moment. I wasn't spending a lot of time out in the open air where where I could logically be affected by weather. Um, but it did attune my body to the cold, because I got really cold to the point where I said, hold up, I gotta check if the outside of my room is warmer so I can warm up and then come back into my room. When I went outside, it was even colder outside of my room. So I went downstairs, realized it was freezing outside. Just stood outside as long as I could handle it, came back inside, and when I came into my room, I was just able to take my shirt off because I had acclimated myself to the weather. So things like what you wear should be acclimated to the weather. Most logical for, how long you've been there. And keep in mind that even in our, average societies, excuse my coughing, there's nudist colonies all over. So, you know, there's wearing clothes, there's wearing a little bit of clothes, there's wearing a specific amount of clothes, there's wearing too much clothes, there's not wearing clothes at all. There's wearing clothes that are different from everybody else. There's wearing clothes that you handmade. There's wearing clothes that, uh, you know, your favorite person wears. There's wearing clothes that, you know what I'm saying, glow in the dark. There's wearing clothes that, you know, help you hold more devices. There's wearing clothes that uh, insinuate where you are in a mental state. You know, there's clothes that express your personality. There's clothes that express uh, that complement situations and event times. There's thank you so much for um, I'm gonna say listening to me, architect, because I can feel your presence. But there's clothes. There's so much that you can do. You know, there's so much that you can wear. There's so much that you can what you call it engage with as whatever you want to engage with. You know what I'm saying? Like you have just so much choice, right? Like choice is so vast that you can, what's the word, you can overdevelop. You can overdevelop, right? Now, with this idea of overdeveloping, what happens? Let's just say, right, that I would have had a plan, right? I would have had a plan to design this little can on the floor. Then I would have had a plan to design this little bag. Then I would have had a design to do a little floor, a little platform for these things to stay on. Then I would have designed a logical platform for them to, to stand on. Then I would have designed more logical items to fit into this category of realism that I'm trying to portray with, hey, in reality, we're just a bunch of trash on the surface, right? So there's more to build, and there's a continuation until you go out and you have a store. And now that you have a store, why not just turn it into an entire building immediately, right? Just boom. Let's not even waste time with this, right? Let's get straight to the point. Let's finish that building. Once we finish that building was feeling a little lonely. Let's build something next to it to complement it, right? But there should be more. So another building, something to complement both, you know? And then one last building to fit the city puzzle. The city like puzzle. Um I'm gonna just call you Neil or Keanu, right? Because or architect. I'm sorry. Apologies if I'm coming off a little disrespectful. But for the architect should have definitely uh, designed this a little further back. Cut it at like right here. Cut it right there. Boom. Had a little space right here for a tree in the corner. and just yeah, just cut it. Just cut that. Boom. That whole all of that. I mean, look, if you got that from there, right? Look, let's do it. Let's hit that angle. Just testing. This looks like an interesting place to do something really fun.
What's up, Crazy Banana?